Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video we will be talking about the October 2024 Visa Bulletin, updates and predictions for family-based categories. The October 2024 Visa Bulletin has been released, bringing crucial updates and predictions for family-based immigration categories. Whether you're waiting to reunite with loved ones or guiding clients through the complex immigration process, understanding these changes is essential. In this video, we'll break down the latest movements in the Visa Bulletin, explore trends and priority dates, and offer insights into what these shifts could mean for your immigration journey. If you are interested in this, so to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. The October 2024 Visa Bulletin has garnered significant attention from those eagerly awaiting updates and changes in the family-based categories. The Visa Bulletin, issued monthly by the U.S. Department of State, is a critical tool for understanding the availability of immigrant visas in various categories, especially as it pertains to family reunification efforts. Understanding how the Visa Bulletin operates, its historical trends, and what the future might hold is crucial for applicants, sponsors, and immigration professionals alike. Overview of the Visa Bulletin process. The State Department operates on a fiscal year that begins on October 1st and ends on September 30th. This fiscal year is divided into 4 quarters, and the movement within the Visa Bulletin, whether a category moves forward, remains stagnant, or retrogresses, often correlates with these quarterly divisions. Typically, the fourth quarter, July to September, is the most active in terms of movements in the Visa Bulletin, reflecting the push to allocate all available visa numbers before the fiscal year ends, and historical movements and trends. Historically, the first quarter of the fiscal year, October to December, tends to show the least movement. This is largely due to the State Department's cautious approach at the beginning of the fiscal year, combined with the holiday season, which generally sees slower processing times. The second quarter, January to March, might show some progress, but significant movements are more common in the third and fourth quarters. For instance, in fiscal year 2024, we saw notable movements during the third quarter, particularly in June 2024, where several categories saw progress. This contrasts with the usual minimal shifts observed in the first quarter. September 2023 versus October 2023, a comparative analysis. To provide context for October 2024 predictions, it's helpful to examine the changes from September to October in previous years. For example, in September 2023, the F2A category spouses and children of permanent residents was on January 1st, 2015. By October 2023, this category remained at January 1st, 2015, indicating no movement. However, the F1 category unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens advanced by a year, showing some progress. Looking further back, the changes from September to October 2022 and 2021 also show minimal movements, especially post-COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic significantly impacted the processing and allocation of visas, resulting in slower progress across most categories. However, pre-pandemic data, such as from 2018, shows that it was not uncommon for categories to move by a few months between September and October, suggesting that more significant shifts could be expected once the backlog from the pandemic was addressed. The impact of COVID-19 on Visa Bulletin movements. The COVID-19 pandemic had a profound impact on the Visa Bulletin. From 2020 to 2022, there was little to no movement between September and October in most categories. This stagnation was due to several factors, including consular closures, reduced processing capacity, and overall global disruptions. As a result, many applicants experienced extended wait times, and the visa backlog grew substantially. However, as the world began to recover and U.S. consulates resumed operations, the State Department worked to address the backlog. This effort included hiring additional staff and increasing processing capabilities. By 2023, there were signs of recovery, though the pace was slow. The October 2024 Visa Bulletin is anticipated to reflect these ongoing efforts to return to pre-pandemic processing levels. Predictions for the October 2024 Visa Bulletin. Given the historical context and the current state of visa processing, what can we expect for the October 2024 Visa Bulletin? While predicting exact movements is challenging, several factors suggest that we may see more progress than in previous years. The State Department has been working to reduce the backlog, and with the pandemic largely in the rearview mirror, processing times have improved. Family-based categories. The F2A category has historically been a barometer for movement within the family-based categories. If this category sees progress, it could signal similar movements in other categories like F1 unmarried sons and daughters of U.S. citizens and F3 married sons and daughters of U.S. citizens. Employment-based categories. Although this discussion focuses on family-based categories, it's worth noting that any significant movement in employment-based categories could also influence family-based numbers. If employment-based visas are not fully utilized, they may spill over into the family-based categories, leading to faster movements. post-pandemic adjustments. As the State Department continues to adjust to the new normal post-pandemic, we may see efforts to address the backlog more aggressively. This could result in more significant movements than we've seen in recent years. Visa retrogression. On the flip side, there is always the possibility of visa retrogression, where a category that has been moving forward suddenly moves backward due to increased demand or other factors. While this is less likely in the immediate post-pandemic period, it's a factor that applicants should be aware of. Key takeaways for applicants and sponsors. For those waiting on family-based categories, the October 2024 Visa Bulletin will be an important indicator of what to expect for the rest of the fiscal year. Applicants and sponsors should stay informed about the Visa Bulletin's monthly updates and consult with immigration professionals to understand how changes may impact their cases. Moreover, understanding the fiscal year structure and historical trends can help set realistic expectations. While significant progress in 1 month might lead to optimism, it's important to remember that Visa Bulletin movements can be unpredictable, and past performance is not always indicative of future results. In conclusion, while the October 2024 Visa Bulletin may not bring dramatic changes, there is reason to be cautiously optimistic. The State Department's ongoing efforts to reduce the backlog, combined with a return to pre-pandemic processing norms, suggest that we could see some forward movement in the coming months. Applicants and sponsors should continue to monitor the situation closely and be prepared for both good news and potential setbacks as the fiscal year progresses. As the October 2024 Visa Bulletin reveals, the landscape of family-based immigration continues to evolve. Staying informed on these changes is key to navigating the path ahead, whether you're directly affected or supporting someone through the process. Keep an eye on future bulletins for more updates and prepare accordingly to ensure that your immigration plans align with the latest developments. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
Hello everyone, welcome back to channel US Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in today's video, we'll be talking about October 2024 Visa Bulletin updates and predictions for family-based categories. The October 2024 Visa Bulletin brings critical updates and predictions for family-based immigration categories. Understanding how the US Department of State operates regarding immigrant visas through the Visa Bulletin is essential, particularly as the fiscal year transitions from 2024 to 2025. The fiscal year, divided into 4 quarters, traditionally sees varying levels of movement in Visa Bulletins, with the 4th quarter, September I-130, historically experiencing the most significant progress in advancing visa quotas. However, this trend has been inconsistent, especially in recent years. The pandemic significantly slowed movements in the Visa Bulletin from 2020 to 2023, with little to no progress between September to October. Before the pandemic, modest advancements were typically observed in the shift from one fiscal year to the next, particularly in the specific categories like F2A, which often sees faster movement. Looking back at Visa Bulletins from 2018 and earlier, slight movements were noted in October following the September Bulletin. Although these advancements were usually minimal, the post-pandemic period, however, has shown virtually no movement in this transition, likely due to lingering delays and backlogs. As we move into the 2025 fiscal year, there is cautious optimism that October 2024 Visa Bulletin may see some advancements, particularly in categories that have been stagnant for years. The Department of State has made significant efforts to return to pre-pandemic operations, hiring new staff and improving processing times. Therefore, while dramatic progress is unlikely, small but meaningful movements in some family-based categories such as F2A and FB could occur. It is important to note that certain categories like immediate relatives of US citizens do not appear on the Visa Bulletin because they always have visas available. The October 2024 Visa Bulletin will be closely watched to see if it signals a return to pre-pandemic trends or continues the recent pattern of stagnation.